Sherry Hellcat, and I'm here because you saw the title. I'm reacting to a Buzzfeed video they did. I kind of like already seen it, so this is going to be more of my input to it. So let's get this clear real quick. I am a pagan witch, and I used to practice Wiccan. But that's how I first started off. But then I started developing my own kind of thing because it's like, oh, well, this isn't quite fitting me anymore, but, you know, seems fine. But I did see this video on Facebook, and the title of it on Facebook is called "We Practice Magic with a Real Witch." Okay, so let's get into this. I'm going to play it on my phone. Alright. We perform a Wiccan ritual, which is kind of like...
I'm Sarah.
Oh my god. I'm Curly.
I'm Curly.
We're fascinated by religion.
Today we're going to learn about Wicca and participate in a Wiccan ritual that will hopefully give us more success in our careers.
Today, we're going to start our journey into the realm of witches.
You know, I'm so excited for this. I got extra solid little better in as a guest.
I don't know anything. I know about, like, pointy hats, cauldrons. I don't think any...
Alright, I'm going to stop right there. The pointy hats and cauldrons was actually something totally different until the church got involved and decided, oh no, we're just going to associate this with all witches, period. But the pointy hats and cauldron thing, it is from women that used to make beer. And they wore pointy hats when they go out and about to advertise that they have beer at their establishment or at their home. And, you know, in the places they would serve beer, if they had any beer, they would hang a broom out front to let everybody know, hey, we have beer. And it's just a way, it was their gimmick at the time. And as the church started developing more power, they didn't feel like it was alright for women to have an establishment or business, and they should be only in the home doing their wifely duties. So they're like, you know what, we're going to brand these women as witches, and, you know, we're going to make it harder for them to make any money. So that's what happened.
That's real. It could very well be real.
Yeah, I treat it as like a connection to the earth. We're homies. Like, I look at these trees and I'm like, I got you when you got me.
Before the ritual, we wanted to get some background information on Wicca. So
I'm
we
so proud that they did
in North Hollywood to talk to an expert.
Although they only talked two. Not that bell.
Scared everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Guys, nice to meet you. Hey, I'm Lori.
Hello, Curly. Nice to meet you.
You too. Where are we currently? Well, this magical place is the Green Man Store. It's in North Hollywood, California. You are on your spiritual path, so you're sort of witchy curious.
A very brief history of Wicca.
Okay, Gerald Gardner in England had his Wiccan tradition. So Wicca, 50s and 60s, it started to come into the United States. Paganism it's become an umbrella term, and Wicca has also become an umbrella term. And in the past few decades, you have the Dianics, you have earth-based spirituality, you have the reclaiming tradition.
Well, some water. I can just feel like my throat itchy. So, do you hear if I keep drinking water while we're doing
here's some other basic Wiccan info. Hashtag Wickfo. Okay, that's stupid, I'm sorry. Wiccans believe in the existence of magic, and that by practicing magic through rites, spells, and potions, they can affect change. Many Wiccans live by an ethical code called the Wiccan Rede that states, and it harm none, do what ye will. Many are pan or polytheists.
And anybody can correct me down below. A lot of Wiccans that I've met believe in the threefold law, meaning whatever you put out, it comes back to you threefold. So if you put out negativity, it's going to come back to you 3 times harder, or 7, or depending on whatever number they believe in. It used to be, for me, it was like 7-folds. Like, it a lot harder than 3. So, yeah.
And recognize the goddess and god among many other deities. Wiccans with shared beliefs form covens with whom they practice. Beliefs, practices, and structure can vary drastically.
Alright, I'm going to stop them right there. You don't have to join a coven. A lot of witches don't feel comfortable in a coven. I feel like, in order for me, for instance, to join a coven, I have to share the same beliefs as they do, meaning like same gods and everything. So yeah, you don't have to join a coven if you are Wiccan or pagan or whatever you are within the pagan umbrella. I'm not going to use the Wiccan umbrella because that's a little silly. It's pagan umbrella.
Particularly across covens.
Duel of the trade! Woo!
So every crystal has a different quality or essence. You can charge these crystals like that kind of a neutral. You can charge these up with your intention on the full moon. How do you charge them? Again, I know zero. First you need to clean it, so you can put it in a bowl of salt water under the full moon. You can clean it by air with incense or sage, and you charge it up using your magic and your personal juice. Your juice. I gotta love personal juice. You do. I do that. So pendulums are part of divination. So you have to sort of tune in, get quiet, and you're basically telling the pendulum what is a yes and a no.
No, you're not telling the pendulum. The pendulum does the work on its own. Or the spirits around, or you're speaking to, whether it's actual spirits or your tarot deck, or your rune stones, or there's even a scrying mirror you're supposed to use. It just, yeah, it's, the pendulum is a lot more complicated than what she's putting it right now in.
Oh, this is a yes, and then the pendulum, and this is a no. But then when you're going to the health food store and you have to decide what kind of vitamin C you want to get.
You don't use your pendulum for that. I don't know why she's telling them that you can use your pendulum like that. You you don't. Normally, to me, the tools you're supposed to use in your sacred space or your altar is supposed to stay within your home. And that's just, no.
Which one is better for you? You take out your pendulum in the store and you're like, every candle has a different color, and you've got two-tone candles. Yeah, what are these cats down here? Two-tone ones. Well, this is what you are, absorbing, you're releasing.
True.
And then this is what you're bringing in. There's also some,
phallic candle.
There's some phallic candles. Well, I didn't see those at first. What would you use a penis candle for? We're just going to ask.
Yeah.
What do you think we would use a penis candle?
Well, I don't know, because I could be like, I would love to kill his boner if I had him.
Think about the driving primal force of masculinity that is represented in that phallic symbol. Wizards are nothing, right? That's not real.
What are wizards? Do wizards come into play? It's only out there. How does this work? Do you eat it? Do you burn it?
I find it weird that they cut off. Wizards can be male witches, or male witches can go by of being a witch, but wizards, and that's the actual name for them, for male witches.
Smoke it?
Incense.
You can burn it. Root, stem, leaf, branch, berry.
Can I rub this on me?
Sure.
There's
nothing left. Dragon's blood is very powerful to heal cuts.
What about my hangnail?
I have never used dragon blood in uncut, and I will never do that.
It seems like a lot of work, and I watch too much television.
I find it funny they only went over certain tools. There also is, you can have a sword, you can have a wand. It just depends on what you want on your altar, and I guess these are just like the most common ones you would technically see on an altar, but I find it weird that they didn't mention an altar and all this stuff, so that is kind of weird.
To have time to do something.
I got the crystal, and then I also got an incense burner. I got incense, I got coal, and then I got herbs to burn.
I'm excited tomorrow to actually see what happens, because we're going to be doing
yes, alright.
work.
So I'm going to put my cross away.
I'll have my giant Jesus tattoo on my back.
Perfect.
You don't have to have any of that stuff.
So you're participating in a Wiccan ceremony or ritual that is hopefully going to lead to some career success.
I'm just hoping that I have a little bit more money in my wallet by the end of the day.
You expect that to turn around?
I believe in miracles.
I want to be like a savant at, being a witch.
I've never done any of the church giggles while I'm there. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen today.
To prevent making complete fools of ourselves during the ritual, we enlisted a little help. I'm Conway Williams. I have actually been practicing witchcraft since 1982. I'm an ordained elder high priestess.
You can become ordained, and as a priestess, there are some schools online you can go to. I am currently going to school myself online, not so much as to become a high priestess or whatever, because I'm a solitary witch. I just like learning more to add to my knowledge and everything, so moving on.
In my coven. It sounds very badass.
Yeah.
Witchcraft was something that I wanted to do to kind of take control of my life. What are some of the most common misconceptions? Let's see, the biggest one I think is that we worship the devil. There are witches who do, but in Wicca, the Christian devil isn't even recognized as an
Oh, and I forgot to mention, not all witches are Wiccan, but Wiccans can be witches, if that makes any sense to anybody. And real quick, I probably said it earlier, I don't remember. Please comment down below and give me a timestamp when I said it, please.
Existing entity per se.
So we're going to get ready for the ceremony.
We're going to get ready. Okay. All right.
It's going to be amazing.
Is there anything that we should know? Always go clockwise. The energy that we're going to get.
Are we now after the ceremony close to being witches?
You have that experience, but a lot of traditions it'll be like a year and a day study.
Oh, I'm going to get
a lot longer. Not longer.
What I'll have you guys do is, as you come in, I will anoint you with some oil on your forehead, which will be about where your third eye is. We start with a grounding to make sure that you're all centered before we start.
So many steps.
Tension or stress you may be carrying, let go of your worries, and visualize roots growing from the base of your spine, down your legs, down your feet, down your
My spine. Shouldn't the roots start at my feet, not my spine?
Tree branches. Let yourself be at one with the earth and the universe. We'll do cleansing of the space and creating sacred space. Earth and water by casting thee, no spell or unknown hindrance be, except in true accord with me, and as my will, so mote it be. So mote it be. What's called calling on the quarters, which would be the north, south, east, and west, and bringing in those particular energies to kind of help hold down
a lot of steps where I only do call in the corners.
Hail ye lords of the western quadrant. I do summon, stir, and call you up with witnesses right, and lend your protection in the west.
Just me.
And I'll do what's called casting the circle. And casting the circle is creating an energetic barrier. We'll raise a cone of power to kind of raise more energy.
Cone. I don't even do the cone. We don't have the cone anymore. Or do you do the cone?
Passing around faster and faster as if it was a blanket. Disconnected from your hands. And we'll call in the Lord and the Lady. Great goddess.
Oh my goodness.
Raise the power of the sacred rite. Refresh us with your kiss and grant us the pleasure and peace of your company. And then we'll start on the work. Today we're going to be working on success.
Spell work.
Pull a piece of paper, bullet point words of something that you want to manifest in your career. We're going to have to read this out loud. No. Okay. You are going to first look at these oils. There's a variety for different purposes, and you're going to apply one to a candle.
Try this one. Oh, beauty. Oh, it smells delicious.
Element of earth, I ask you.
What's cool is that you can participate in a way that
you don't normally get to in other religions. Yeah. Element of air, I ask for your aid. Everything also, as it was happening, it made sense to me, even though I had never experienced it before. And then we're going to have cakes and ale, or actually
pick it out.
Buns and Martinelli's.
Dessert and alcohol. Woohoo! Unless you're underage, you can't have it. Sorry.
May the love of the gods go in our hearts.
Like
Mary, have we met? Mary, have we met? So Mary, let us part, and Mary meet again. So this ended.
Usually,
why they said dissolve, but okay.
The whole point behind the feast is to kind of pull our energy back down.
Not all this has to be
I had a
a
lot of
feast,
fun
but
doing it. I was up in the sun, I was deep in the earth. I felt like I also was a little awkward.
only
because
the
at one point I walked the wrong
major
way, and it's like, no,
habits,
other way, and I had to walk
they'll
the other way.
do like
It's
a
sort of like farting in yoga class.
I don't fight in the other class.
thing like that, but regular full moon, new moon rituals.
I really like the elements where
I
you're
know.
getting your power, like your source of energy from the earth. That part really spoke to me because I think nature is like the greatest source of power in the world. People thinking that there's something going on, whether it be like satanic or like evil, that's like a really common misconception. And I think it's definitely just more about your own energy.
It felt great. It actually felt like just a nice
Positive
ceremony that we were just sharing with friends, and you get like a fun snack at the end.
Alright, so I know this video is a little bit long, and I commented it, Terry. I also forgot to mention when he asked, "Oh, can you rub it on your skin?" You generally don't want to do that. Oh, hangnail thing? That sounds like something Nick would do. Sounds like something Nick would do, say. But I'm pretty impressed they did this, although I'm a little, like, I wish they'd done a little bit more for this video, but you kind of lose people's attention after a while and all that, so it's kind of cool they did that. They didn't really say, oh, it's evil or anything like that. They actually came in with an open mind, they listened and all that, so that is really cool that they did this. Although, like, I doubt, like, most of the people in the comments were, like, really awesome about it. Let me look real quick. Right now on Facebook, that video in particular has 1.3K comments. Yeah, okay, definitely they skipped the topic of solitary witches or solo practicers. Yeah, correct. Which I did bring up. Wiccan does not equal witch, and witch doesn't equal Wiccan. A lot of witches take offense to being lumped up with Wiccans. That is true. Someone wants them to do Satanism, or whatever. One girl was like, they should have done a little bit more research and asked better questions, which, I mean, for someone that has no knowledge of the belief, the paganism belief, I think a lot of the questions they did ask was pretty appropriate for not knowing nothing. Let's see here. This is okay, here's one. This is dangerous. Satan is real and he will ruin your life. Do not be deceived. This is trivial. What? Okay. Most of the comments are pretty, like, amazing. Like, a very few rude troll comments, of course. But a lot of people are very happy that Buzzfeed did this video. I think it's amazing they did do the video. And I kind of agree with one comment. I wish they'd done a little bit more research. And I wish they exposed paganism a little bit more. But they did a pretty amazing job for just going in with not knowing nothing. You know, so. This one time, Buzzfeed, you did good. Alright. Comment down below, tell me what you think, if you actually went and saw the video on YouTube or Facebook. Again, I will link down below the video so you can actually see what's going on, because there were like a few little notes they put in that I was just like, and I'm kind of down about them not mentioning the Buckland. He's a big contributor to Wiccanism. So, but whatever. You do what you gotta do with a little bit of information. It's always that little bit of information will lead people to finding out more. Which is the amazing thing about paganism and Wiccan, that there's a lot of info out there, out and about, available, unlike it used to back in the day. So, and that we don't have to hide in the dark and hide who we are anymore. So, anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you on my next video. Bye. Hey, you finally got to the end of this video. So, basically, just make sure you're subscribed. and you got notifications on and all that, along with following all my social media links down below in the description box. That would include Snapchat, Twitter, Periscope, Radar TV, my blog, Facebook, all the ever-growing list of social medias I have going on and everything. And I also have merchandise. Yes, I do. And, yeah, that is it. Alright, guys? So, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, because you know you